All right, my friends, today is just another day in the life of Wes and Randy. We're doing some recording and we have a little slight follow-up, which happens from time to time. So while we're rating, whatever we're doing, we're rating and waiting, we are going to chat about the state of 2023 and what we think about it. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Wes and I got some majorly important stuff. At least we think it is. There we are. I think legendary is the word. What we have is legendary stuff.
Jazzes me up every time I hear it, or our blatant plug here coming at you, our bumper that we have on our audio podcast. I love them both.
Oh, I do too. I'm not sure which I like better, but I do love the audio one too. And any of y'all that don't haven't followed us on the audio yet, we just go to BuzzFeed. You can search Building Wins Live or myself. What if they do US? Will it come up too? It should.
Yeah, you may see a couple other podcasts that I do, but if you put in Randy's name or full name or my full name into iTunes, we will both pop up. And we haven't got popular enough yet to just put our first names. But if you put the full names, they'll pop up. And if you put in Building Wins Live, it'll pop up, and we would gladly have you as a subscriber.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And I do. I love two things about the audio version. I do love the music. I love the music in the bumper here, but I love the music there, and not to mention that we don't have to look at each other there. So that's probably a plus, right? So hey, we're like, what are we here? A few days in to the first of 2023 already. Are you ready for? Let's use legendary because that's the word I chose for the day, and I got it right here in my notes that I was going to talk about Brunno. Come on, just kidding, Brunno. We'll get you next time. But legendary. Is it going to be a legendary year in the world of Wes? I think it is. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, brother.
It is. Lots of client work. Yourself being one of the major, cogs in that. And, we sat down and decided, and when I say we, I'm talking about Randy and I, sat down and realized that one of the aspirations that we had put out in 2022, and by the way, I'd like to say we was me and a frog in my pocket because Randy had nothing to do with it. It was during a State of the Union that I decided that we were going to write a book individually and put one out as a team, and realized very quickly, and if you guys are out there publishing or editing books, it's not a fast process. So the books are still coming. In all likelihood, they will be all dropping, all three, prior to June. So I know that that's a big difference from the end of 2022, but things just got in the way. And if it's a consolation to anybody, the reason that they're delayed is because we were trying to service and build wins, for clients. So we weren't just twiddling our thumbs. It's just we kind of bit off a little bit more than what we thought we could chew.
Well, I can tell you, Brother Wes, I remember the day that you dropped the bomb because it was the day you were sitting in the host chair, and I was with some family at a little outlet mall and decided to sneak away to a Starbucks and catch a little bit of the show. And I caught just enough to hear Wes Wyatt committing to that. And I'm going, we're going to do what? I guess we're gonna. I went back to the Dixie chick. I said, "Guess what? We're gonna publish a book this year." So, yeah, right. I said, "No, Wes just told the world we're publishing a book." So, but well done. But it is exciting, and you're right. I think what we're putting together is from my standpoint, I don't want expediency to get in the way of good, and we could have forced it and put out some garbage. But that doesn't do anybody any good, including us. And writing the book is a big part of what I think I want to do from my agency standpoint. You want to do from your social media producing, directing work. and what we want to do together for building wins as a brand or a product, right? But we do have, we're not full-time authors, right? I mean, it's literally, this has to be done in, okay, I've got some jazz on and a glass of Cabernet, and I've got an hour to write. Like next week, I tell myself in my phone, I have write, WRITE, write in my every night from 6 to 8. But I can tell you that won't happen next week because I'm on a major old school road warrior part of my life, which is customers. So as much as I have that in there, there'll probably be zero written next week. So it is more of a process. But as we get the first one out, we'll have many more because we'll get some of the bugs worked out of the process, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, and the beauty of getting that first one out is, especially in reference to the Building Wins books that are coming out, the plan, and we always laugh when we make plans because we know God's up there smiling, saying, "Oh, is that your plan?" But the intention of Randy and I is to have the first book launched in prior to June, and then after that, there will be another volume coming every 6 months. So what we'll do is we will pre-promote starting, in like April, March for the one that's coming. And then 3 months after the book comes out, promote it, and then move into immediate pre-promotion for the next one. So there'll be 3 of promotion and then 3 of pre-promotion, and we're going to keep doing that until we go home to see the Lord. So, and hopefully that is later than sooner.
Exactly. Or I was going to say, or until we run out of things to say, but I have a feeling between you and I that probably won't happen.
And it really hasn't happened yet. We probably have logged in more time on the phone, in Messenger, and in these behind the scenes that you guys don't see before we hit record, that we could probably already have written a book, so it's just, I guess, you get a couple people that are evangelistic about what they do together. And what's the saying, Randy? You light yourself on fire with enthusiasm and people come to watch you burn.
Exactly.
There's always a fire when you and I are together, brother.
There is, and I'll tell you, we feed off of that, and I think that's important for anybody that's watching or listening. Is, man, if I say it a lot, love what you do and do what you love, right? And Wes talks a lot about doing the exact same thing, and if we do love this so much that we get gleeful. It's almost like 2 little girls in a candy store or something. I don't know if that makes sense, but we almost get weird and giggly. We get so excited about the stuff that we're working on, and it's just good stuff. And it's good stuff if you can do it with a good bud and a pal and a buddy and a brother and occasional bodyguard. Even though you've been losing weight, so I don't know. We may have to find somebody bigger one of these days, Wes. But
I'm still big. I'm just not just as fat. The big part's never going to be a problem.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I mean, you're 6'9" or something. I mean, what are you? What are you, 6? What are you, 6'5" or something? 6'4"?
I like to consider myself, 5'16". I mean, that's
okay. That works. That works. I went to a doctor's visit yesterday, and I feel I'm kind of short. I mean, I'm probably the average height of the average male. I'm just under 5'10", right there. But I went to just a checkup type thing yesterday, and they always weigh you, and they always. And when they weigh me, I always take everything out of my pocket. I said, "Do you want to do that?" "Oh, yeah, I do." But they also put you on the height thing, right? That they lift up and down. And I sit there and I'm stretching my neck up. And then they push it down on my head. I said, "No, that hurts. Lift it up." They go, "It doesn't hurt." I said, "I know, but I'm trying to get as much." So she starts entering in, and she enters it in as 5'4" and 7/8. I go, whoa. No. Because that's 5'9" and 7/8, and the really important part is that's going to throw that BMI number way off. So you fix that. You fix that right now.
Well, you should see what happens when they put my BMI in. The machine comes back and says, "Did you mean something lower?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you weighing a horse in there? Or what, you know what?
Oh man. Well, you know,
This
it's
isn't the
almost
vet. This is the
it,
doctor's office.
that's funny. You know, the funny thing is that's almost as funny as I don't find it funny anymore, but we've all seen this before, but when you go on to enter into something on the internet or you're going to buy something or anywhere that you got to put your age, you put the year, so you got to put your birth date, you know, you put 2, you put 14. Then you got to spin the dial for like about 20 minutes to get to your year. It's like, holy crap, that's a lot of spinning. But that's okay. Being older is better than being dead. So
I saw a thing the other day that said, you know, if you're feeling bad, just think of this: in 7 years, the '80s will have been 50 years old. And I was like, oh no.
that's just you know, to give you an idea on how many years some of that stuff is. I was thinking about some additional, real videos that I wanted to do, just because I like to do them, and but I want a purpose behind them, not just get on and talk about something. And I thought, you know what? What if I go back and take the number one song for on my birthday every year from the year I was born until current, and I start writing them down. I'm going, I don't have long enough to do this. I mean, I'm gonna bore of doing this little exercise, and I've made one decision when I did the 79 days of commitment thing. There's a few times I didn't want to do it anymore. I mean, I did, but it's like I could pass for a day, but no, you can't because you committed, right, to myself. I don't want to set this 19,000 year thing out there and then not complete it, right? But so I thought, you know what? I don't know that, because the problem is I was born in the 50s, okay? I'm old, but half of those songs I don't know. I mean, I got to get into the 60s when I started becoming a tween and a teen, or tween, I guess, and a late teen before I start really recognizing the song. So I kind of just wadded that one up and tossed that. And I said, okay, come up with something else to do besides that. But what I was going to do is talk about a meaning of the song, right, for a minute. But I don't even know what Dean Martin's Memories of something. I don't even know what that song was. So I said, we're going to stop that. That's not funny, Wes. Yes, Dean Martin was number one hit the year I was born. Okay, you happy now?
I thought that the one that you were born was the caveman was humming it as he walked by your house. Yeah.
Well, it was. He was. There was a picture of a guy with a girl dragging her into a cave with a club. Is that maybe it? Oh man. Well, hey, we probably should go grab. We're racking and stacking and just wasting a little time here. So we thought we'd all say hey to everybody, but we got 2 more guests to do today that we're going to do some real stuff, aren't we, buddy?
We are, and Brunno either could not get on for some reason, and Brunno, it's okay. We're just busting your chops.
Yes,
we're looking forward to having you on, but the link has actually plagued a couple people in the past. So the other thing is sometimes it's a browser issue. We've noticed that Chrome is the best one to use, but we have 2 more guests coming today. So we have Ian and Shannon, and they're going to be coming up here next in about 15 minutes, actually, that we're going to be racking and stacking. So if you're out there and you have a book, you have a connection to the industry in some way, shape, or form for building, roofing, barns, anything that Randy does, or if you're just an influencer in some way, shape, or form, and you've watched us and thought, you know what, I'd love to talk to those guys and get the word out. We would love to talk to you. Just get with us, and we'd be more than glad to not only talk to you, but if you've got a cause or something that's going on, we'd love to get it out there. In the form of your business or book or podcast or whatever it is, and you'll probably find out real quick. Randy and I both reciprocate on that. He and I have both been on lots of other people's podcasts for having been on ours, so we'd be more than glad to help you with that. But other than that, Randy, do you have anything else before we
I think it's time to rack and stack, don't you?
All right. I think
All
it
right.
is. So,
All right, my friends, thank you for joining us. Wes, great to. We were going to chat anyways, but now people get to listen to us chat. I'm sure that was a thrill, right? But whatever.
that's right. That's right. Well, Randy, there's something that you always like to let us know.
I do. I always like to let you know that you need to love it, live it, love it, own it, right? You need to love what you do and do what you love, and need to make today your best day ever. Till tomorrow. Let's go. Make it huge. Cheers, y'all.
Bye, guys.